Bruising Banner Podcast. Bruising Banner Podcast. What up? Welcome to Bruising Banner Podcast. I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, is the Legendary Brew Crew. What up, fellas?
I got water, I got, juice or whatever. He's like, y'all need twin legs? Matter of fact, I do.
My question to everybody is, does Velourit have an actual culture? This is the podcast that we talk about beer, but we also talk about a lot of things that's happening in the world, politics, movies, anything really that comes to our mind while we're here sampling these brews. Grab a drink and pull up a chair.
They studied me like recital. I'm flattered I'm an idol. That mean I'm inspiring growth. I'm beside myself. Spirit is lifted a host. Nigga, this isn't a boast. I have been given the most. Go through my body of work. That's a lot of hours for pride. It's something you're working. That's true. They might see the dirt too. They gon' see the work too. Don't forget to look up at the stars. Like, boy, niggas
watching. What up? Welcome to Bruising Banter Podcast, where the topic is the rocket and the brew. That'd be the fuel. And I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, at least two of them are right now.
Hey.
Legendary Brew Crew. What's going on, fellas?
I made it. Welcome.
I guess I did too.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Yes,
there we go. Now we have all the Legendary Brew Crew back for 2021.
We wanted to extend our break for a couple more minutes. That's
all. That shit, boy, I don't know what's happening.
Yo, man, internet sucks. How about that? Internet is terrible.
Like, my internet is great. I don't know what the hell. It's everything else that don't work for me.
But I'm here. We're here.
So we took 2 weeks off and the bug got us.
The bug got us.
In more ways than one.
The bug got you. Don't say it got us.
Yeah, I got a computer, maybe a computer bug. I didn't get no bug.
Yeah, the bug did get me. So if you was wondering why the Facebook page and the Instagram page was quiet, that's because the boy was on bed rest and he did not want to get up.
Yeah,
he didn't want to do anything.
It's good to see your face, man. It's good to see your face. I'm glad you're recovering.
Feeling good. I just got another COVID test earlier today. It was negative.
Woo!
You should go every day now.
No, don't have me.
They already was going every day though.
I know. It's crazy.
Because it's right up the street from our house. They do rapid tests. I'm gonna be like the athletes. I'm gonna just go there every day.
Came back from my run. Go get it. Went to the grocery store.
They're gonna be like, "Where you going, Dad?" Oh, I'm just gonna get a test real quick.
Ain't no big deal. Ain't no big deal. I was out the house today. I gotta go get the test.
I'm gonna look up. That's a good point, Rob. I'm gonna look up where rapid tests are in my area, just because. Like, I hate the suspense of waiting.
Do you have to get a prescription, Rob, to go get the rapid testing? Or can you
right
just
here?
It's
okay. Walk up.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go there too.
All right, because I gotta get prescription at the rapid test.
It is the nasal one. So
the nasal one sucks.
I'm not actually. It was not too bad.
It tickles.
It's not the one that goes all the way up to the brain.
Okay. I
don't like that tickle shit.
Hey, but it was all right. It wasn't too bad.
I'm not gonna tickle my fancy.
But this is episode.
Jesus. Dad all the way.
Ooh, darn, Yoda.
This is episode 103 of Bruising Banter Podcast, and we do have a great guest again this afternoon. It is Brooke Sinclair, of the founder and CEO of Velourit. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome. Thank you for coming on, bro.
Hi guys, how are you?
I see your parade wave. That was nice.
Thank you.
Parade.
Yeah. Training a little something.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on.
Oh
Absolutely.
Man, I'm
For
so
sure.
glad to be here.
Good.
But before we
We'll change that.
Well, I know it's like social distance. I know this is our
It's like 61.
30. I think it's like 40th
I feel like it's episode 61. I feel like we've been doing social distance more than half the podcast.
Yeah, we doing it a while.
Forever, man. I feel like forever.
I know it's episode 103, volume of social distance series. I don't know.
We've been home since March. How about that? We've been home since March 2020.
Right.
That's the
but I want to say Happy New Year to everyone.
Yes. Happy New Year to everyone too.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Our viewers, listeners. Yes.
Or like somebody said, December 38th has been
right. That was a day. Boy, December 38th, 2020. It's crazy.
Because this week has been crazy.
It definitely has been.
Feel like Armageddon landed. Shit.
All right.
Is this the first time you guys will talk about it?
Yes.
As a group?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, she happy to be here. We might not be able to get rid of her. She's like, oh my God.
She's like, don't interview me. I don't want no interview. Just let me talk about this shit. I feel
we want to interview her because she is doing some big things.
Absolutely.
And distribution. So we want to know about that. So before we get into it, I would like to know, what is everybody drinking today?
And I'm drinking.
And we always start with our guest on what they're drinking. So Brooke, what are you drinking today?
Coffee.
I know.
And it's demand too. Like I sold out.
Yeah.
You
can't even tell us.
You went to
McCafe? You can't even tell us what bean or what style. If you're at least gonna have a coffee, you gotta at least go to and get a dark
is McCafe. That style is McCafe.
But caramel with a shot of caramel. Okay.
From McDonald's?
Yeah.
Oh, McDonald's caramel.
We'll see how we can allow you to redeem.
Is that the same caramel they put on the sundaes that they put in your coffee?
You know what? You asked a lot of questions.
You brought it up.
It's coffee. It's the kind of go coffee.
They make coffee fancy. Talking about 2 squirts of caramel.
No, they do make it because of the coffee. Yeah.
So it's 2 different caramels then?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's coffee
syrup, probably.
Syrup. Yeah.
Syrup.
So it's specifically made for coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the flavor for coffee.
Okay.
Like those simple syrups or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I didn't know they made them specifically for coffee.
Well, if you would have said Pacific, we would have cut your shit off.
I can't say either one of them. I can't say either one of them. I don't know if I'm in the ocean.
I can't either. So I would have cut you off because I can't.
Thank you, Rob. You'll be struggling. I know the difference, though. I do know the difference. I can't pronounce either one of the words.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like that, Dev.
I'd be like, specific. Yeah.
You know exactly what I mean. You know what I mean. Leave me alone.
That right one right there. The right one.
It's horrible. That's funny.
All right. Dev, what are you drinking?
Dev is drinking Sunlab's Lifted Restrictions Hazy IPA, brewed with Azaka, Chinook, and El Dorado hops.
Okay.
Also with some lactose in this joint. And
put it up closer, Dev. The light shining on the can.
Okay. Is that better?
Yep.
That's good.
Okay. Sunlab. And as I mentioned, the hops and the lactose, this is brewed and canned by Westbrook Brewing Company out of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina.
Okay.
But for Sunlab Brewing, their company is in Miami, Florida.
So it must be
it's a collab. So is this a collab? Oh no, they haven't.
They may have a brewer from a different area.
It might be a private brewing like that, like a white label type of thing where they do brewing for them.
Or contract brewing.
Yeah, contract brewing. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah. So we should have asked the person who knows the best.
I mean, I'm just throwing out words, you know.
Just throwing out words that are right.
I'm saying all the things that I know. Y'all do have one.
So that's the color to pour. The nice and orangey, citrusy, very, very, very good taste.
Do you taste the fruit?
Mouthfeel, taste the fruit. I taste everything about it. It's delicious. So pass me another one. Oh, ABV 7.5. 7.5.
Oh, well, hello.
Okay. You right. Okay.
7.5. Yeah.
Yo, what you drinking?
I ain't digging that 7.5 right now. Yep. I got Funk Berry Citrus wheat, and this is from Duclaw out of Baltimore, Bmore, Maryland. Shout out to them. This is a 5%er.
Okay.
And it has some blueberries and also some lemon in there as well. Oh, and this
blueberries and lemon, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it has a blueberry lemony flavor to it.
Does it?
I'm drinking it out of my glass here from 17% drip. Can y'all see?
Yeah.
Oh, you got
that's
Kamala.
Yeah. You know,
we representing right now. We represent.
I was the first. I was the first, but I won't be the last.
Yoda, does it taste like? Do you taste the blueberries and the lemons? Because I smelled it. I didn't taste it when I had it.
Yeah, I kind of I smell the blueberry. I don't smell lemon, but I can taste the lemon a little bit.
Okay. Cool.
All right. And Lou, what are you drinking?
I'm not sure if I had this on a podcast before, so if I did, forgive me. But it's from Workhouse Brewing. It's called Guava Gose.
Oh, you
can you guys see that?
No, you never had that one.
Okay.
Oh, you might have. I don't know.
I've had it before. I never know.
I had it before too.
Okay, it's a kettle sour with 100% pink guava puree. It's 4.9% alcohol by volume. This is what it looks like. I thought it was going to be a little bit more pinker.
You should see Brooke's face.
Why?
She gave you the.
Yeah, she thought you think it's going to be a different color too, Brooke? Did you think it's going to be a different color? Because I poured it the first. I was like, that's kind of. It tastes.
Or
really
was
like
that? Or was that face that you make? We say, why is this grown ass man drinking?
Oh no, I never judge. Never judge.
Because it has been said before on the podcast.
She's like, he's drinking a guava goza. How old is he?
Goza is his thing. He like goza.
Right. Goza is my thing. It's very good. Like I said earlier, 4.9%. Workhouse Brewing Company is out of King of Prussia. That's
Pennsylvania. Okay. King of Peasy.
Yeah. So pass me another. And Happy New Year.
Merry New Year. Okay.
Oh, I didn't say pass me another, but pass me another on mine too.
Here. Hey, Rob.
It's up.
Yes, sir.
You got it, Dev. Go ahead, Dev.
I was just gonna say, Rob, you got to fill in the 6%. Oh, that's right. You don't fill in.
Rob drinking water.
I'm not filling anything. I am drinking water.
Damn.
Is that restrictions? Is that bug restrictions?
His own restrictions.
No, it's my own restrictions, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't drank anything since Penguin City Brewing Company.
Wow.
Wow. I wasn't even on that one. This is the first thing I had since the episode before that.
What y'all doing?
I've been first of all, I've been trying not to have so much sugar and like yeast and crap all in my body. So I've been chilling.
Have you been feeling were you feeling the effects of all this yeast and sugars that have been in your body?
Yeah, like man. I'm a 40-year-old black man. I feel no. Everything that hit me.
I'm talking about because like I'm sure because we've had the podcast, we drink like I know I drink beer more because of the podcast. So do you think because you're drinking more because of the podcast, you felt a lot more yeasty?
Yeah, kind of.
You felt
I just like
felt doughy
a little bit. Yeah, a little doughy. Like a doughboy. I'm fucking walking around poking me in my stomach. I'm just like, little doughboy.
Yo,
man. Oh man.
Hey Yoda, I before the podcast, I went to Dunkin' Donuts, right? Got a bagel, but when I was sitting there looking at at all the donuts, and I looked at those munchkins, I'm like, fuck, I ain't had none of Yoda's donut pancake balls in a minute.
Stupid.
Oh my God. So Brooks, just some background on that. When we used to travel to each other's house for the podcast before the pandemic, Yoda, it was guaranteed that he'd always have, what were they, like a pancake like ball?
Yeah, it was just like
sugar syrup.
He only made them for you.
That was the appetizer in the center of the table while we would drink beer. Every time it was at
by the end of the episode, the plate would be on Dev's side.
Right there. Like that.
Look at that.
Pre-corona doing all this.
Man, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Lou not telling you, but he had one in the past couple weeks.
Oh, you made some.
Yeah, remember? When you came over before?
Post-pandemic, yes, definitely. Yes.
Oh,
It was delicious. It was delicious.
I don't know really what they are other than like almost like a funnel cake style, but they're great.
Yeah, they're so good. Yeah, I know. Thanks a lot, man.
The less you know, the better it is, the better it tastes it to be.
All right,
Rob. Keep us on track. Keep us on track, Rob.
Yeah. Well, we do want to get to know what Brooke is up to, how she started Velourit. So, Brooke, the floor is yours.
Yes. Thank you again. Brooke Sinclair, originally born in Chicago, living in Houston, owner, founder, operator of Velourit, the automated supply chain platform for the import-export industry. And essentially what that means is that we take American-made products and we use a digital interface, blockchain technology, and digital technology, blockchain software. Hello. And we export American products made by people of color, but we're not discriminative, but it's for us too. For commercial resale throughout Latin America.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So what type of products do you guys import?
Well, from America, we send it from America to Latin America. So our specialty is the refrigerated aisle, anything that would be in the refrigerated aisle. So artisanal cheeses, our favorite is alcohol, craft beer, wine, cider, and spirits. But then we have a large need for paper products, snacks, and then chocolates is our next fields that we're going
all of a lot of American favorites.
Right.
Yeah.
Favorites or necessities, not favorites, but necessities.
Snacks and paper goods. Yeah.
You know.
And the one question I always have is like, have you always been in the import-export business, or is it something like that you just woke up and said, you know what?
Yeah, that's my question. I was like,
I was thinking the same. I was just thinking that, like, when and how did this come about?
Because you have a great niche, but like, how do you know that? Go ahead, you answer.
Right,
just answer the question.
Good question. Background in logistics, transportation, distribution. I started out as right on.
Yep.
Right on. Yep. Production stage manager for theater. So depending on how old you are, I remember there used to be music videos on MTV. I think like 2 decades ago. Def Leppard. They would go to the concerts, right? And you would see them doing the time ellipse of the building the stage and stuff. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we would do that and build the stage, have the production, tear it all down, move to the next stadium. But I did like Shakespeare and theater production, so it was different.
You knew all the ins and outs of what it took to how to move things, how to get things across borders, how to do all of the paperwork and understand probably TSCA and all the laws that go into import-export.
OSHA and the people, so equity, the IATSE or EATSE unions and things like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got it.
And so what made you want to get into this part of it?
Like, I guess on your own or
like
venture out
on your own. Yeah.
Jesus.
He said, I need my sanity.
Okay.
That's a good answer. You don't
Where do we go from there? All right.
Like ghosts.
Jesus to God.
Look, pulled her right up. Like, what we go over?
Right. Where do we go from there? That was it.
Lord. Yes, I do. Actually, so I found myself working at the Houston Food Bank. I was managing their retail donation program. We were collecting pallets of fresh fruits and vegetables, frozen meats and things from over 200 grocery stores throughout 18 counties. I worked, the Houston Food Bank is an umbrella company for 3 other food banks underneath it. So managing, major numbers on big scales for major corporations, Sam's Club, Walmart, Target, blase, and met a lady, her expertise. She was in the import-export business. Mm-hmm. And she said, I have a friend in Argentina with a vineyard. You should start a business. And at first I was like, you're not going, that's drugs. You gotta get up early in the morning to get me. Okay.
I know all the stereotypes.
I know. It's like African Prince. Okay.
You can't get one past me.
Right. Argentine vineyard. Yeah. That's cool.
It's cocaine.
What kind of grapes they raise?
That's rude. That's rude. That's not right.
Sorry. No. It's Colombia. It's Colombia, actually, isn't it?
Well, it is, but I'm like, I was like,
Yeah, I get it.
What's going on? Something ain't
especially if somebody
antennas.
Especially if somebody just randomly said, "Hey, you should start a business."
Right. I got the business idea.
Whoa.
Right.
So,
but it worked.
No, it was.
So what did she say? What did she say to get you out of this? Isn't the drug?
Out of that skepticism.
Right.
Skepticism.
Yeah.
Well, she presented me with information, first of all, and like a website and, identifiable like paperwork. And then we had conference calls. And then, I was like,
seems pretty solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And the business and, import export is a real thing. Mm-hmm. I knew that much, right?
Right.
So yep. It's like, okay. Definitely. I get it.
Yep.
Now, Oh, go ahead. No, I don't want to stop. I didn't want to stop you. Go ahead.
No. Oh, my bad. But through research and development, came to find out that really the $1 billion market of opportunity is in taking American products and distributing overseas. Mm-hmm. So we flipped the business model, and now, blase, now we're Velourit, and we're automated supply chain platform. So just like FUBU, was for us, by us, this is a global supply chain platform or management system that's for the minority small business owner, built by a minority small business owner.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's good.
That is
awesome.
Well, I have a question. What is Velourit? Like, how'd you come up with that name?
Good question.
Right, so it's up. We recently upgraded, little Beyonce upgrade. So we started out with Velourit Imports.
Okay.
But then COVID hit, and we realized there's so much more that we need to be able to do and to offer people. Mm-hmm. So we need to expand our categories. So rather than being like the old mom and pop name of Velourit Imports, since our specialty is Velourit, to import export, we just said, don't just import it.
Yeah, just drop that whole part off.
Right.
Velourit. Gotcha.
Yeah, just Velourit. That becomes like a action
verb. A verb. Yeah, it's a verb. I love it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Velourit. Right.
I need all these beers to be Velourit to Delaware.
Right.
Yes.
I'm gonna make it happen. Get all these beers Velourit.
Well,
exactly.
Well, Brooke, as you mentioned, your background and me identifying in supply chain, I think is very unique that Houston was where you landed or where you are doing this from, because Houston obviously is one of the hugest, I think the largest port authorities in the world, or in the United States at least.
It's
So
huge.
yeah, so like, are you doing everything mainly out of Houston? I've worked out of that port for the last like 15 years in terms of import export from Cologne, France, from Mexico, through our affiliates. So like, yeah, like how did that all happen? Like, did you by chance just end up in Houston to do it there, or give me that story?
Yeah, actually, we don't send anything out of Houston.
Okay. It's surprising to get in there. It's probably hard to get in there.
Why you were importing out of Houston? I thought that's funny.
We don't send you talk so highly about it.
You did good. You did it well.
Yo, it's funny that she waited. She was like, I'm gonna let him finish. Yep. Bomb drop. Yeah, we don't ship out of Houston.
Nah, I live there. That's it.
Yeah, I've been living here. Moved down here from Chicago at the beginning of high school. And we just loved it. And when we moved here, it was a very young city. There wasn't a whole lot, so it's grown and changed a lot since then.
Cool.
Got it.
So where do y'all ship out of then, if it's not?
Yeah, let's go ahead and finish that part.
Most of it is out of Miami.
Okay.
Yeah, so wait, are you sure this isn't drugs that we
That's why I was like, no, you're not gonna get me. That's how they do. They set you up, they befriend you, right?
So you're gonna export out of Miami? Don't import anything.
Had me moving some paintings with them bricks stuck in the
back. She hollering about this beer. You open that thing and all this white stuff just come all out of the kids.
Well, sorry. I'm not gonna that drug question I'm gonna take out. I do have a question. I guess my main question would be is was your aspirations always to be an entrepreneur, or is that something that just came, or had you been an entrepreneur and before Velourit?
Yeah, I had been an entrepreneur. So as a production stage manager, you work freelance.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And, right? So freelance is just entrepreneur with a different letters. This is the next letter over.
Mm-hmm. So you were just basically going from theater company to theater company, or play to play, for instance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Cool. I thought it was just like you work for
a company,
Chicago theater.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some people who do that, but those gigs are few and far between.
Yeah. Okay.
Brooke, so have you being in theater, but outside of just theater, like, have you got a chance to work any big events, like, for example, like Welcome to America is big in Philly, or any things for like Disney, or just thinking outside the box, like any kind of things that we would recognize or that we would know by name?
I mean, the Apollo Theater in New York.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
What's that?
It's showtime. Running through the floor at the Apollo. Wow. That's that old music. That's that.
Yeah.
Sidebar: who was better, Sinbad or Steve Harvey?
Good question.
Right?
Sinbad.
Okay.
I'm going Steve Harvey.
I can't just answer like that.
Okay.
You gotta think about it. What you gonna write down pros and cons of each of them?
She's very analytical.
She's gonna import and export.
Actually, they both were equally fine.
I think they both were good, but I'd rather Sinbad.
I think Sinbad was my youth.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was just weird. Them big ass suits and that hair that Steve had. It was
Sinbad wore big pants, so
he did wear some big ass pants.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, those pants on Sinbad went all the way up.
It did go to
now, a question about the Velourit. Can you walk through it? If I owned a brewery, a small brewery, how do I get my product to South America?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So sign up, go to velourit.com. You can submit your information, or you can visit us on Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and get to know us. So you basically, the platform itself is still in development, so it's still kind of early. But as soon as we can, we'll have onboarding. I think through the Amazon, do a partnership with Amazon. And so right now, submit your information. We're taking a waiting list, preparing for, big things to happen in 2021. And essentially, just like Drizzly or Grubhub or DoorDash, the same way you would sign up through that and log your information, and we have to verify things. You basically just go sign up, and we do a qualification process, and then you're on.
Okay.
Oh.
Any breweries kind of on that waiting list that if you don't need to drop names per se, but if there are any kind of brew pubs or whatever that are on that waiting list, can you answer yes or no and quantify it possibly?
Yes. So we got Mason Ale Works, Knee Deep Brewing.
Hey, run it.
Yeah.
Yeah, run it.
We've got those are doggone it. Aspen Brewing Company, Church Street Brewing out of Chicago, Island to Island Craft Brewery, and a bunch of other people, like really awesome up and coming brands, or pretty like Instagram worthy brands that you've heard about.
Got it. That's
Let me ask you this. So are these the people that go through your company? Are they already established companies? Like, can I just say, hey, I'm going to start making whatever, and then go contact you and be like, hey.
Now that's shady. That's shady McGrady business. That's that kind of business you didn't want to get into, Yoda.
Right.
That's that kind of business you didn't
I'm
want to get into.
saying, somebody like started okay.
Hey,
without the joke part.
I'll have a business.
Like, just say, I was saying that, just say like somebody has like one of the people that makes cakes out of their house. You know what I'm saying? And they're selling cakes, and they want to start branch it out. So
branch it out.
You know what I'm saying? And then they decide that they want to.
Like that. It don't work like that.
That's what I was asking.
So what level does the business need to be on before they need to speak with you?
Because technically, that's a small business. They got the LLC, right? Am I right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. What level? What medium-sized businesses are you dealing with, bro?
Right.
Okay. On the buyer side, right? Okay. In Latin America, so we're talking luxury resorts, hotels, casinos, boutique craft beer shops, a few online distribution platforms and centers, distribution centers. And in most cases, ironically enough, a lot of craft breweries. So pre-pandemic, right? Because now we don't know. But pre-pandemic, a lot of craft breweries in Panama, Guatemala, Costa Rica loved to have American craft beer that they could sell at their brewery. So people could get a full selection of different varieties of things. And so that's where most of our sales of the artisanal cheeses and snacks and things, right? All right. The fancy cheeses and butters and what's nuts. And
So because I don't know it, you said all this, you said blockchain technology and all that stuff. So how does this differ from older distribution, import, export?
That's good. Yes.
Yeah. Come into my world, she said.
Yes. So it brings everything fast forward. So the import export industry is worth $5.62 trillion last year. So, but it's still very analog. Most of all the sales and the paperwork is all done still very in analog Right. Hard copy kind of method.
Yep.
Very few people understand the digital technology behind supply chain and logistics and how to integrate that with the government's API system of open and rested APIs in order to make that full customs process paperless.
Just to add in there, that's why a lot of these big companies use like freight forwarding companies like BBP and all these other ones to actually do all of that for them, because all these big manufacturing companies, they don't have the manpower and the people to do it, so they do it basically for them and just basically pay them because they don't know how.
It's like a consultation fee almost.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So you just changing the game.
Right. You're this is
I'm about to interview.
Right. It seems like you are.
Yo, I just know about the industry, but go ahead. Just dropping some knowledge along with her.
You said most of your products are refrigerated. Are you is it by ship or by plane?
Ship.
Okay. Is it
Vessel.
Yeah. So are these vessels cold, temperature regulated, or are they just?
I'm pretty sure they have to be, right?
Well, the containers are.
Refrigerated.
Yeah, not the whole ship. Yeah.
Yeah, not the whole ship. Yeah, I mean they might be,
And
but
listen,
it's just a container. That's the part I'm paying.
So you basically pay for the container, put all the stuff in it, and then they ship that container, and then when it gets there,
Now, a good question I had, because of COVID, I know a lot of breweries and stuff like that went to more canning and stuff like that, trying to get their product up because they couldn't have anybody in their tap room. It's like, so have you had an increase, even more interest in like, yo, how do I get my product more places?
Yes. The request for beer and distribution, beer sales in Guatemala increased 200% during quarantine over the summer.
Wow.
And so, yes, there is a market out there. They're thirsty for more, but I'm bumped.
I like it.
So, yes, there's a big market out there.
Okay.
So do you actually use any, or you said it's mainly like beverage and snacks and stuff. Do you like actually have any of the stuff like hands-on with the stuff, like knowing what you're sending out?
We like to sample. We do like to sample so that we can speak to the flavor.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. Right. I just wanted to make sure,
And it's the perks of the job. That's a great perk.
Right. Huh? So Brooke, are you a company of 1, 9, 12? Give me that number.
5. There's
Okay.
4 of us, but then we're going to bring on one more. So Granto, I'm just going ahead and claim that person. We 5.
Okay.
You might have met him.
That's what I was about to say. Skip.
You might have met him.
Is there any way that you could have a job and not be in Houston?
Oh yeah,
Devin.
They're doing blockchain
technology. Blockchain logistics. They in Miami, Houston, Delaware, all that.
Oh, you are, Devin?
I'm in Delaware. Yes, I'm in Delaware.
Oh, there's great craft beer up there.
Yes, there is. There it is.
Okay.
Okay. We're all in Delaware.
I mean, I know.
We're all in Delaware.
Podcast, bro.
Right.
Oh, you're all
Thanks for that plug, Lou. But yes, we all are in Delaware.
Okay.
Yo, I'm gonna put you down for my reference.
I just want 10% of the first year work. I want 10% of the
look, we're gonna get a piece of my my little reference.
Right. Right. I want all the snacks that they get. Just send me the snacks. I don't got baby and extra beer and the chocolates and the cheeses.
That's all he gonna get. She's gonna be like, "Oh, you didn't know you was an intern?"
Your salary is this great Gouda.
It's super ironic that we have Brooke on the show because just this afternoon or 12 when I went to my local Empire, give them a shout out, Empire Wine and Spirits, to pick up my Sun Lab today. I got a chance to, and Rob and I visited there the last time he was here at my house. I got a chance to talk to the owner of Empire today, just by chance. Had my mask on, had my brand on, my face mask. Walked in and we were talking. He was like, "You got podcasts or whatever?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's a group of us." And we got to talking, and then I started asking him about different, beers that he may have that I was looking for or whatever. And so he directed them to me where he only had kind of one, because I tasted like this great IPA yesterday at Mikimoto's, and I was like looking for that brewery to see if he had it. Make a long story short, he and I, connected and started talking about different beers that if we wanted to get them in that he didn't have, like, could he walk me through that process? Long story short, we connected, and we're going to talk more offline because obviously he had customers and stuff like that, just to kind of build a better relationship with him. That could, maybe be, definitely be long lasting. That's always my goal. Yeah. So, it just kind of all came in to have you on the show and talking. Yeah, exactly.
Want to do it?
Yeah. He will put you in position. He will put you in position.
Jesus.
I was about to say, for those who don't know who he is, it's Jesus.
He will put you in position.
That's
what did he do? Who is he?
He is that capital H, please.
Right.
Yes, sir.
That would be awesome. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
One question I have, I know you talked about you upgraded the name from Velourit Imports to Velourit, but what is Velour? Like what made Velour the actual start of the name?
Nothing. It was this. I wish I had like a.
It's catchy though. It's catchy.
Thank you. We wanted to get the illusion of like something that's
luxurious. Probably the adjective that Rob uses a lot.
Right.
Luxurious.
Yes. Yes. And it's on a hidden tip. We have our colors are purple, or purple-esque, or and that again, Jesus, right?
Okay.
So
royalty, okay.
Royalty.
Okay.
Right,
Gotcha.
plush, royalty, luxury,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like here, Papa
I
Cups.
like it.
Oh, she just veloured.
Oh, yo, she just popped the collar. I feel like, yo, we're all collarless. And she is fine.
She veloured. She sure did. You see
it? Yeah. Okay, look, a little too much. Clear it out.
Yeah, that's funny.
I like it.
This is great. That's a great company.
Hey, Brooke, I have a question.
That's pretty good.
What has been how long? First, I have two questions actually. How long have you guys been doing this?
Total of about 5.5 years now.
Okay, great. And out of all the things that you have imported or exported, what have you enjoyed the most as a sample? I'm really interested in the samples.
Ooh.
Like the fact that she gets to sample everything is
yum.
Look, Devin, that's why I want to intern. That's why I want to intern.
Right.
Yeah.
What was the best thing you think?
That's telling myself. I really liked the weed flavored vodka or hemp flavored vodka.
Where's that? Where's that?
That's a black-owned business?
That's a black-owned business?
That's a black-owned business?
No, but he's black adjacent.
Okay.
So,
is it because he's working with you?
He is working with me. He is actually right now they're on a break. So the product was made in Switzerland by a U.S. citizen. Okay. So they had storage and stuff here, but he actually recently opened a hotel in Thailand that was doing well before the pandemic.
Got it.
Right.
Got it. Right. So they're a little bit on pause.
Well, where's that vodka? Is there any more?
Yeah, that's hemp vodka. Can you import it? I know you export everything. Did you import this?
Later we will import into the States,
Is it actually made with the plant?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so it's
They had
illegal.
Oh yeah, look at it.
like in Sweden, and they
Is it
had a
psychedelic?
farm, and they would just soak it in there.
Does it? Do you feel that besides being drunk, are you like high too?
You don't know because you're so drunk.
You feel good. It's a different. It's not a drunk feel. It's not. It's not.
All
that
she
drunk
can
feel.
say. All she can say is she feels good, Lou.
Rob may have to take that part out. Rob may have to take that part out.
I do have I got a question too. Is there anything is there a certain product that's harder to export than others?
Well, alcohol in itself is the most highly regulated product commodity on the planet. Mm-hmm. So already we're in a hard category.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What about anything that you wouldn't import or export? There's something that if somebody calls like, I want you to send this out.
I mean, like, so Devin, you mentioned Houston. So the reason we don't do Houston is because
Is it hard to get in there, or go ahead?
Well, no, oil and gas.
They take over. Oil and gas is huge. Refinery business. That's what I'm mainly in.
And so I don't think we're gonna go there. Mm-hmm. I don't see that
can kind of mix and mingle.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Right. So in saying that, does that mean that it's basically going to be food products?
No, we will move into like consumer goods, diapers, Pampers, beauty products. So it's all for commercial resale. So, and things that, so keep in mind, they're Black-owned products and or primarily minority-owned. So that can even be LGBTQ, the underserved, underrepresented, Latino, coming out of America, a lot of different categories that opens up. So yes, we want to give the hotels unusual, unique things that they can use as tourist attractions that are COVID friendly, inns that they can offer their customers that are unique to them. You know what I'm saying?
Makes perfect sense.
Okay. All right. Now, I guess I didn't even ask this question because you had coffee, but do you drink craft beer?
Oh yeah.
Is it because it's morning in Houston?
Why was I? Yeah, I just I was on the coffee vibe and I just never finished it.
At least you have a beverage. All we ask is for a beverage. That's fine.
See, that's what I figure. I was like, well,
with some drinking something.
I got water, so.
What ABV is that water?
That water it's high ABV. It's negative 10%.
Yeah, definitely. That is about the most old dudes you can get.
It's super duper dudes.
Yo, that's good. That's stupid.
But look, we all been there. Whether it's coming off of a hangover or illness, it don't matter. We all have had to take that pause and be like,
that's true.
I need some electrolytes.
I gotta chill. I need more of that in my life and less of that.
Mm-hmm. I need some of that hip vodka in my life.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
You said that 3 different times. It's definitely her favorite.
So, bro, outside of obviously, there's you got you're a reputable company. You've got a website and the whole nine, and you've got your Instagram platform to promote. What other kind of ways do you market your business? Or is it a lot of kind of referral business? Like, how do you kind of add to your clientele?
It's funny you should say that. You should ask because I'm a part of a group called She Transacts, and we're going to be launching a YouTube channel. Nice. What happens is that we're a group of highly articulate, highly accomplished women who have come together to raise capital together.
Nice.
So I know that especially for Black and browns, no matter what industry, even in the brewing industry, it's hard to get an investment.
Yes.
Right.
You know, or a bank loan or any sort of capital.
We gotta overprove ourselves.
Right.
Overprove.
Yes.
And so we've built She Transacts is building a digital YouTube channel to help women and founders of color, like just anybody, through that journey. And we're going to explain about like how we've built this program, how it's going to give back to the community, and help other entrepreneurs along their journey.
Okay.
And when does that launch?
So we're going to have an introduction on MLK Day, January the 18th.
Oh,
And then the official show, I think, we'll do the first week of February. Just, I think.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's cool.
So it's a group of. It's just a group of women. A group of women. Is it local, like all Houston, or just all around America, the world?
All around. The founder of She Transacts is Alexis. She's based out of San Francisco. She's an Olympic athlete turned founder. And so we have a beauty guru, a person in San Francisco, San Diego. We've got people in Hawaii, literary program person, where she does My Librarian. Michelle, she's a constant roaming. Sometimes she's in Hawaii, sometimes she's in Florida. And so Aparna's in New York, and Kristen, I forgot where you are. I'm so sorry. Portland.
Okay.
She might be in Portland.
She up in that hemisphere, up in that area. But she people. She's part of it.
I know.
I didn't forget her. Hey,
I did forget her name. Right.
Did not forget her name.
Yeah, that's the important part.
She in there.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so, and then I'll be there. So I'll be talking about like supply chain. Like, there's not a whole lot of Black women. In supply chain.
Well, Brooke, I would. So from my experience, I would beg to differ because some people classify supply chain differently, and they don't kind of put the customer service piece in that umbrella, although it does fit in supply chain.
That's true.
The customer service is predominantly, just for me being in the industry, is predominantly, women who are taking those calls, who are handling those purchase orders, who are the voice of the business a lot of times, that are doing everything from the onboarding, credit checks, and kind of getting it all through kind of to the people in those other functions, and really managing a big piece of it. And that's kind of like what I've seen as more of kind of like that entry level job when I worked at DuPont. Just to, some of the world's largest supply chain companies, a lot of that industry is just saturated with women who've gone on to retire and or moved up the ranks. But not to conflict what you were saying, but just in my experience, that's what I've seen.
You're right. And honestly, I need to stop saying that, because I realize when I say that, what I'm doing is actually taking the lingo of the white people. I'm so sorry, y'all. I brought her back. It's like, no. You're right. You're so right. That's the language of the oppressors.
But I think it's the reason that you said is because I don't think there's many in the position that you're in.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's just say that's what it is. You are right. Yeah, that's what it is.
You're the CEO.
There go that damn collar.
Just veloured it.
Right. Yo, that's gonna be a meme. Take a pic, somebody.
The meme God, I'll take it.
Take it.
Yeah, screenshot her popping her collar.
I love it.
And tag everybody.
Really?
That's funny. No, we're not gonna do that.
She did get excited.
But it's definitely something that when you talk about it, you talk about it so freely, but also just so passionately. So it tells me that just through the time as being an entrepreneur, but also the your journey in supply chain, you find joy. You kind of found like what works for you, kind of like sort of like your brain works that way,
Yeah.
Speaking of that, you do make it sound like it's all happy. What's the hard side or the downside to it?
Because supply chain turns every day.
Like what's you, because you made everything sound real bubbly.
She's smiling a lot.
Like,
she's smiling a whole bunch.
Gotta be a downside.
Yeah, and
I met a lady from Argentina. She told me to sell drugs. And now I was like, here I am. Snap of the finger. I live in Houston now. Right.
Honestly, I mean, once you accept that the only constant in life is change, you can guarantee that there's going to be a change. Just prepare for that. So I feel like that's my overall approach to supply chain. Like, I don't really let it stress me out because it's not going to go right.
Right. It's never. It's a Rubik's cube. That's the way I explain it all the time.
Just know that, be prepared to understand you're going to have to put it back right. You're just going to have to constantly, proactively be putting it back right. So beyond that, financing, just being Black in America has been hard. And, investors, I think because I'm smiling and because I speak with passion, they think that I don't know what I'm talking about. But then they don't hear me when I say that I took the Houston Food Bank from barely $9 million worth a year to a little $15 million worth a year within a year and a half.
Yep,
I don't
it's almost 100%.
That's just the added bonus.
You know what I'm saying?
Those kind of numbers, that's exponential growth. So you can't, that's you playing no games.
All right.
That's what's up.
All right. Any more questions for Brooke about Velourit? I don't know. You might got other questions.
Well, I guess you would say, like, you talked about some of the products that you're getting into. Is there a part of import export that you want to get into in 2021 that's kind of on the vision board, but you just that you want to get into, but it's not yet, you don't have that kind of figured out just yet how you can tap into it?
Honestly, for 2021, our main focus is just really raising awareness through founders of color in the underserved community. So we are partnering with the National Black Chambers of Commerce and the Melanins platform. So I'd love to send you guys a link, and anybody that's out there in TV land, sign up for the Melanins platform. It's going to be a great platform where we're going to be able to give Black-owned businesses grants. And so you want to sign up now. And so that's really, just keeping that economy, keeping that Black dollar circulating. I want to keep pumping money into our community.
That's awesome. That is what's up.
That water circle, that good water flower. Keep that flower water.
All right.
It sounds a bit pyramidish, but it's the truth. Like, you got to keep it circulating.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
one person cashes out. Right. That one person cashes out. You got to keep that money going in. You got to.
You do.
Well, yeah, you want to keep the money in the community. Because I think that's some of the things that Killer Mike talks about and with the Greenwood banking online.
Right.
He's putting together.
So speaking of that, like, how do y'all feel about it? Like, I signed up to kind of just get notifications on that whole Greenwood Bank thing. Not to veer totally off, but what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about it? What are your thoughts about like awarding it when you see people like Killer Mike and people that are the face of it of Greenwood Bank and are really promoting it? Like, do you feel like it's like another like rush it card like Russell Simmons, or do you really want to get kind of behind the movement?
I think Greenwood is really serious about. I mean, because if you listen to Killer Mike, he's really talking about bringing those dollars in the community. It's not just like a rush card. It's
that's
it's
what
serious.
I'm saying.
And it's a serious platform and he's got a lot of people involved in it and already ready to. I can't remember. I always forget the light skin brother's name. I don't know why. Jesse Williams. That's right.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He's on there too with the thick herringbone chain.
Yeah.
Yo, that thing is serious. That herringbone chain is serious.
You got some casual.
Yo, I love that thing.
24 karat.
Yo, that thing is like. Go ahead.
So all these projects I think are vital. Velourit, Greenwood, all this trying to make the black and underrepresented people's money circulate better in the community and actually come back and reinvest in that. It actually is a great thing.
Right, I do love, the Black Wall Street, the concept of it. We're resurrecting that and then putting it in a frame that's almost indestructible.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. Cybersecurity style.
Right.
Cybersecurity. You're not gonna we're not just brick and mortar anymore no more.
Right.
We got the technology and the savviness that's just going on around globally. We not playing.
Right.
We ain't talking about that capital security. We talking about the capital building security.
Oh, that capital security was faulty.
The capital security just let you walk on in. They just give you the password. They like, you want I give you the password. You just add the password. You go on in.
Say password, nigga.
Right. Go on in. Oh, I didn't even know. Here you go.
Good segue.
They open the gates for them. That was
damn.
Not all of them. One guy did succumb, so rest in peace to the officer who did pass away. Another one died today.
There were some cops on footage that did look like they were trying to stop what was going on. There were also some cops on footage that did not look like they were trying to stop. That looked like they were enjoying and were willing to let this happen.
Look, Lou, doing this.
Right. If you take selfies,
if you walking a terrorist down the steps, so instead of tackling her ass and putting her ass in handcuffs, screw all of y'all.
Well, y'all have no idea how irritated I was because I was watching it live when it was happening.
Me too. It was a terrorist attack on the Capitol, and them jokers let it happen. And why didn't the politicians that was fighting for this to happen? Why weren't they up there fighting too? Why weren't they up there terrorizing the Capitol? Why were they hiding in bunkers? Like
they didn't believe it in the beginning. They didn't believe it. They were more worried about their career and trying to keep that those voters.
The Loeffler lady in Georgia said the day before, "I'm voting against this," and as soon as that shit happened, she was the first one to be like, "Nope." Even though I lost, it doesn't even matter. My last duty in office is to say,
"I'm gonna be honest."
It was real. Dummy.
Yeah, she said
you may not have lost an election if you just would have ran your race. Well, instead of going so far right in those last 2 months up to that runoff, she may have won.
Well, Lindsey Graham said the same thing. He was like, "What? Oh no, this is too far. Oh, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy."
Yeah, I loved it. It was like, "Oh, whoa."
I wanted them to walk up the steps out the bunkers and be like, "Yeah, I'm fighting with you, crazy white folk."
Well, the crazy part was that Trump said, "I'm walking with y'all."
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm gonna watch y'all burn in flames while I watch through the window. Oh, they really did it.
That's what he said.
He like, these dumb motherfuckers really did what I told them to do. These dumb so stupid.
Yeah.
I know it was pretty wild. But what I was just going to ask, which obviously just popped up because we started talking about current administration who's on their last final days. Brooke, how has that impact? How has current administration helped or negatively impact your business model? How have you had to work around that? Because there's been a lot of controversy around.
You started like a year before he came in, right?
Around NAFTA, things that were already in place that he wanted to get rid of. Has any of that impacted you?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Our brother, he has set it up real nice before he had left. There was all sorts of programs and grants and stuff, things for Black exporters, Black exporters to increase representation. But then the manufacturers, when Trump came in, when he kept messing with all those foreign nations and stuff, so he basically made the cost of aluminum go up, for the manufacturers. So the cost of aluminum cans went up. Then the cost of, transportation went up. So like third-party logistics companies and freight forwarders, all their prices went up.
Right.
It was just like, will you just be quiet, please?
Yes, he don't understand nothing. Everybody talking about they wanted him in because he was a business savvy guy. That guy that Yoda had on here. Oh, we like it because he run business. No, you don't know how to run their business.
He ran businesses into the ground.
Right. He definitely ran them. Which way did he run that? Good Lord. I think what they need to do, like the whole setup is like they still radicalized and they still love this dude for whatever reason. The whole thing that they need to do to him is like don't ban him just from Twitter and from they banned him from Pinterest, which was like you gotta do a lot of bullshit. You got banned from Pinterest. Like you can't log in anything. And he's logging into the POTUS Twitter account. He ain't logging in that shit ever. Like, I got one more out. But what they need to do is ruin his political career so that he can't come back, because all the rumors were as he was not coming to the inauguration so that he could announce I'm running in 2024. They need to make sure that he can't. And like I think that's what the second impeachment is trying to do. Like if they can
that's
get
the only way they can do it.
Right. Like they did make sure like it's over for him. He won't be able to run as much as he tries to rap, and then they can put him in jail.
Right.
They can put his ass in jail.
Just do. I don't even understand why they are giving this white man so much. Like, how much more convincing do y'all need? 4 years and a coup d'etat.
Right.
Evidence.
Right.
In America, it's a coup in America.
Yeah.
And it's been like 200 years.
Right.
The headlines from around the world were crazy. From around the world were crazy. I was looking.
It was like Turkey had a coup in like 2018, and he was like, "This y'all went too far." Like, what are y'all doing? Like, we look to America not for this. Like we do this, not y'all.
We do this.
Y'all can't do this better than we do, and y'all
Yeah, that's because they was looking it up, looking at it, going, "Look at them,
right,
dummies."
and then what's so funny is like when the Turkey dude had the coup, he at least like they were fighting for something legitimate. Well, I don't know his name, but like each side has something legitimate to fight for. Like there were facts in each side. There's no facts on the other side. You can't take over the country for nothing.
The people didn't even know why they were even supporting the whole thing. They had no idea.
Yeah. What was her name?
Elizabeth.
Oh man, Elizabeth.
Did you see the one where the guy was scaling the wall and he fell? And they played the Mario.
They didn't turn Elizabeth's footage into Animaniacs. Animaniacs, to her shit.
Yeah, that's what they did to the dude scaling the window. He got the
Elizabeth is the revolution lady.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, dumb, you fucking idiot.
I think TMZ was like they had onions on deck, and they say onions help the tear gas.
Help their cry.
They were planning to do this stuff, so it wasn't. It was preempted. It was not just a spur of the moment thing. It was
definitely
they was ready.
I know what they didn't plan. What that one chick didn't plan was when she touched that black lady mask, her face. And she rocked her. Did y'all see that? She like tried to hit. It was like the lady was either a cop, the black lady was either a cop or a security guard or something. But a white one of them people reached. Yo, I'm gonna send it to y'all. They tried to reach, and that black
you reach our teeth.
And they interviewed the lady after that, and she said, "Yeah, they said BLM hit you," and then she was like, "Yeah, it was Black Lives Matter."
Brady McGrady.
Wow. It was a Black Lives Who Matter. Right in the face.
I do matter.
That's the same craziness. That's the same craziness they're trying to do now. They try to say it's Antifa and everybody.
How about the people? I just came. I got arrested because I was out past curfew. Well, you knew what curfew was,
right?
And if you got to be in DC one more day, get your ass inside, dummy. I just wanted to get some food. Well, take this misdemeanor with you with your chicken.
Yeah. If did I understand the news correctly? If let's say that 45 is to go with this option of resignation and gets pardoned by Pence. With the pardon, he can't run for any government job if he's pardoned off of it, or is that the way it works?
I think if he's pardoned, he can run for, because I think they were talking about
he's pardoned for any crimes right now that could be processed, that could be pending against him, or
federal crimes.
But he has to. But being pardoned means you're admitting that you committed the crime.
Right, about to say, I thought you wouldn't be able to run.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, like, if you get pardoned for doing some federal insurrection shit.
I don't think
depending on what you get pardoned for, you probably couldn't run. Yeah,
right. I think the only way he can be
probably going to go with.
Just give him a felony, so he can't run. That's gonna be easy. Then he can't vote. He can't run. Just give him a felony.
I think the only way
I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is.
I think the only way they can't run is if they impeach and convict, and then they take that other vote that he can never run for public office again. I think that's the only way he can never run for public office again.
Okay.
All right. But they would have to impeach and convict first. So
yeah, because what's so scary is, unless you say he can't run again, if he runs again,
he'll be back.
Like 48% of America.
Oh yeah, he'll be back.
So he already
said he got something up his sleeve. He said, "We ain't over. We ain't done, baby."
Yeah, he's going to start.
That's what he. That's what
him coming back in 2024.
That's what he said, but it's not going down that way.
I think his whole thing, why he's so upset, he's like, "I cheated and I didn't win. I don't get what happened."
Right.
That's
what happened there.
That's the thing. That's the only way I think about it.
What? I did all this work and spent all this money to cheat, and here I am. I lost.
But somebody is going to pay for this. He didn't cheat because he tried to by saying the election is rigged, but it's not.
I think he cheated.
I think he cheated. Well, he did cheat because he tried to mess with the post office. So he was cheating.
Right.
Oh yeah, and then in your county too. And in Houston, y'all had that one ballot box. I think the county's the size of Rhode Island. The county's the size of a state.
And rig it, and then he was like, "But I rigged it. I should have won."
Yeah, that's what the thing is.
That's what I'm saying. Like you rigged it, and more people came out to vote. You should have rigged it behind the scenes, because more people let people know in September. They're like, "Oh, I'm definitely going to vote for you. Vote against you, rather."
You can't come out. You can't come out way before the election and say, "If I lose, it's rigged."
It's rigged.
I mean,
right. Because that's what he said.
Right. Yeah. But he wasn't talking to us, because we're sane. We understand what he's doing.
Right.
He's talking to the people that literally like, yeah, of course. Right. And they've been thinking that since he said it. Like, yeah, it's definitely rigged, because they don't have any proof. But everybody who believes in this just say it's rigged. Like your boy who's on the podcast, did you talk to him? Does he think it's rigged? I would love to hear his thoughts.
You know why he talked to him?
Now I want him back on the show. I want him back on the show. And I'll be quiet. I'll mute my mic the whole time. I just be laughing. You know
why I'm gonna wait till after the inauguration.
Okay.
That would be me.
I mean, because part of me doesn't give a fuck what he got. What do you
guys I just want to because listening back to that episode, it was so crazy hearing them backtrack and hearing us give more facts about his president than him. And I would love to, because it became funny to a certain, like they're comical. Like all these people are comical to think like, and you don't, whatever, man, whatever.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry.
We had to get it out of our system, Rob. I don't know why you're trying to hurry us up.
I got you. You can get it out your system.
It's still not out. One more thing. More thing. In the summertime, Black Lives Matter had a protest on the Capitol. It was a peaceful protest, and over 239 people were arrested. As of yesterday, I think 62 people have been arrested, and none of them people were arrested the day of the.
Man, we would have been shot.
Yeah, it would have been the it would have been all Texas. It would have been the biggest government murder in U.S. history and world history. Like it would have been ridiculously catastrophic.
And it wouldn't have been on the Capitol grounds. We wouldn't have made it that far.
You wouldn't have made it to the steps. Yo, I was in DC and couldn't walk on the Capitol steps by myself with my 2 kids. Like they was like, no. And it was no parade, nothing. It was just a regular day in DC, and I couldn't even get up there. Like, so
man, I know your kids, dog. They pose a threat. So.
That's true. That's true. They probably are on the list.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'll go by myself next time.
I think they said it was only 500 Capitol Police on duty, but there's 2,000. So right there, they were already saying,
it's nothing. Yeah.
And you see pictures of that Black Lives Matter protest, and it's like 200 cops on the steps.
Yeah, ready.
On the steps.
They were there before the protest started.
Right. Like, I get my overtime today for just standing.
There was something really unique that I saw a clip of on the news that there was a lot of intel that the government was being sent, and they was being totally ignored. That this all was coming. They were being sent all the information off of the social media platforms. Right. They were getting no responses. And then one company, I think it starts with like an A or something. I can't remember who it was. They actually put up a actual post on Monday to their own website that has global recognition to say, since nobody from FBI or anyone has responded to us, we're letting it be known that this is what's scheduled to go down, and they still did not take heed to what was scheduled to happen on the 6th.
Right.
They don't care about white supremacy in this country, man. White supremacy is running rampant in this country, and they do not care. It does not matter.
Well, incoming administration better make some changes.
They got but that's the thing. There's been lesser administrations, it's lesser than him, that have been worse. As far as racism, you know what I mean? So we'll see.
Well, I hope that the 20th goes off without a hitch, because it won't be the same on the 6th. They shooting.
The National Guard, the military going to be there on the 20th to make sure.
So I hope.
Hopefully, because I thought that I never thought that what happened on Wednesday would have ever happened in my lifetime. Like, nah. So I don't know.
I know. The 20th is serious.
It is total seriousness.
Let me ask you guys this. It's fair to say, Brooke, I'm not sure, but I'm just by talking to you today, I'm assuming you're a Democrat. What do you guys think about all the pressure facing the administration, because it is all Democrat now? Like, we're expecting all these things to come through, and we know that a lot of them won't happen. So what do you guys think for Kamala and Joe?
It might happen. We'll have to wait and see. Let
me ask you this. Do you think that they're going to, what's it called, where you can't charge a cop for murder? You think they're going to do away with that? Because they can. They can vote it away.
Oh, the immunity?
Yeah, qualified immunity or something like that.
I think that's in a George Floyd a bill that they already constructed. I think they said that's one of the first pieces of legislation.
It's definitely in his. It's definitely in his state, right? It's definitely in the state where George Floyd was murdered. Let's
just give that an example. That's on the docket. That's something that most Black Americans would like to be taken off of the books. Because we're the ones that, so do you think that's happening in the next 4 years? That can happen, or the next 2 years? The next 2 years.
I think that's one of the first legislations they've taken up is the George Floyd legislation. The George Floyd legislation and the John Lewis voting laws. I think those are the first 2 pieces of legislation they will be putting on the floor for votes and
we will reconvene in 2022. I hope y'all are right.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't
well, we hope so.
All right. So before we wrap up on a lighter note,
wrap it up.
Yeah. I do have a would you rather question. Just
oh yes, this is my favorite time of the day. This is my favorite time of the day.
Would you rather be a white protester or a black?
I'd rather be a black protester at my house throwing my fist up. I don't ever want to be white.
It's a simple would you rather. Would you rather be in a fight club every month or a book club every day?
Oh shit!
Oh, put me in a fight club every month. I hate books.
What's the qualification of this book club?
Fight club.
Oh, fight club
every month, every second Sunday, I'm getting punched in the face. Do I gotta read the book the whole? I can't read the whole book every day, or do I just gotta read Patrol every day?
Yeah, but you gotta read some of it. You gotta be every day.
Because you gotta be able to. Yeah,
nah, getting punched in the face is tough, bro.
Yeah. It's only once a month.
Yeah, and don't get punched in the face. Get your hands right.
Yeah,
get your hands right.
He ain't say he was going to be losing in the fight club.
By month 3, y'all going to the fight club every week. Fuck this once a month. I can't keep getting punched in the face. I'm losing.
I go Thursday nights. What nights do you go?
Hey, Brooke, you getting beat up? You getting beat up every day? I mean, once a month, or are you gonna read every day?
I'm gonna fight with books.
Is that so? That's every 2 weeks. So that's every 2 weeks you do that.
So she's the one getting punched in the face, is what you talking about?
Blocking with books.
She's definitely the one getting punched in the face. Come there.
You got the buzzer.
That was
I'm gonna try my best to fake it till I make it. I'm gonna try to listen to these books every day. I don't want to get punched in the face.
I can't.
Hey, once a month, you be good. You straight. Don't get punched in the face.
Yeah, that's the first 2 times you go, you're going to get punched in the face. Floyd Mayweather gets punched in the face, man.
Right.
He's the best.
He's the best.
He gets punched in the face every fight.
Yeah. Does he get punched in the face every fight? Though?
Yes, he does. He don't knock nobody out. He gets punched in the face all the time. He just he take it.
I think he stays away from people. Stay away from his face.
All right, you not Floyd Mayweather.
You found
I don't care.
I
also ain't the reading rainbow either, so I ain't gonna be in the.
We know that. We definitely know that. You are no LeVar Burton, sir.
Crazy.
Reading rainbow. That's funny. That's funny.
All right.
Can I read the books that I like? Do I gotta read what they want me to read? Do I gotta read
it's whatever's in the book club.
Well, Oprah say I can't. I'm leaning closer to getting punched in the face. I'm coming over.
You got knocked the fuck out.
Well, we want to thank Brooke Sinclair, the founder and CEO of Velourit, for coming on the podcast.
Yeah.
This was dope.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
Before we go, we always like to know how people can find out and reach and learn more about Velourit and Brooke. So how can they do that?
Yes, follow Velourit on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. You can email us at hello@velourit.com, and we look forward to meeting you soon.
Absolutely, there it is.
Amen.
Dev, how can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at DevinAaron_the_great.
Lou?
I'm Lou Belgium. For all your baby, you can find me at Lou Belgium. I'm on them Instagrams. Happy New Year, everyone.
It's so weird.
And how can they find you?
You can find me 302 Yoda on Instagram at 302 Yoda, and on Instagram and Facebook, and now on YouTube as well. at Delaware on Grind with Delaware on Grind, the podcast. Make sure you check out the podcast.
I'll be on the podcast before the end of 2021.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, you will. I got you.
And you can find Brews and Banter Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can also check us out and watch it on YouTube and Facebook. You can also say, Alexa, play Brews and Banter Podcast, because we are on Amazon Music as well. And if you want to follow me, you can go at Rob Stay Bruising. Damn.
You almost had it, Rob. You almost had it. You I was great to say good job, but
no. And you know what? I looked right at it, and I still said it wrong.
That's uncanny, man. That's uncanny. That's amazing.
Two weeks off. That's the excuse for that one.
Yeah. That's a good one.
That's true.
This has been episode 103 of Brews and Banter Podcast. Happy New Year, everyone. Until next time.
Happy New Year.
Have a good week, everyone.
All that good stuff.
Peace.
Billboard, baby, do a leap and make them dance when they come on. Everybody looking for a dance, throw the run on.
Oh, this Q102 right here, boy. Right here. This ain't a jam.
Oh.